Welcome to Gerriann's scrapbook channel at scrapandstampcreations.blogspot.com, and I am working on embellishing the album that we started a couple of weeks ago. And again, I'm having issues with it being really blurry as to what's broadcasting and yet very clear what I'm seeing in my piece. So I may try and find a couple of camera angles that might work a little better. So you guys might need to be a little patient. But here is the book. It is the Pemberley collection, and it has a variety of different things. These are the Mocha Opaques from Close to My Heart, and this is the Adorables pieces that show a peekaboo kind of thing, and then I of course have a tag that comes out here on the side. These were flowers made for me. I purchased them on a Zibit site over on LG Memory Making. Hi, Kathy. I just figured I'd work on some embellishment of this album that I have been trying to get done for 3 weeks before Laura came on at 7 my time. So I'm glad that you could come hang out. I'm just kind of walking through. I got the photo mats put in for my book, and I am doing really well. A little more tired today, but nothing like I have been feeling where I'm just feeling icky. So that's really good. So this is the book. We covered it, and we did the front cover and the first page in one of the previous classes, and that. And then I put in photo mats on the remaining pages today, so that we would have an opportunity just to do some embellishments and things. So basically just added the photo mats. Hi, Dawn. Just added the photo mats, and figured I'd play a little bit before Laura from Following the Paper Trail comes on this evening, because I am making that greenhouse for my mother-in-law for her birthday and Mother's Day, so I really need to see that. So just this evening I was planning on playing. I am feeling great. I have my makeshift ottoman to get my leg up underneath my chair. I did actually, I'll show you guys because it was so much fun. I did Catherine over on the Scrap Beach during National Scrapbook Day while I was in the hospital. Did a show on a scrapbook in a box. You know what, I'm going to have to move this camera because I really don't like how low it is. Oh, sorry. I'm hoping I'm not making anybody sick. Now it really is harder to see. I don't know. Anyway, Catherine did a scrapbook in a box. And so yesterday I ended up Skyping with Tony, and we kind of played with it, and I made my box yesterday. Yeah, it is really pretty. And my mother-in-law is a gardener. She is a huge gardener. So that is why I am working on that for her, and her birthday and Mother's Day are all right around the same time. So here's my box. I used the Coral Couture paper from from Die Cuts with a View, DCWV. And so the front of the box, I cut out the page, and it's got glitter and embossing and things. And then the inside lid has a nice little pattern to it. And the best part is the box. And so it is a paper bag album in a box. And the best part is I just absolutely loved it. So here is, let's see. Here is the first page, the title page that said Dreams Do Come True. And these pieces were cut out of the paper. And then the butterflies are old K & Company, all of them. And then when you open it up here, I've got a photo mat, and I left them so that you could slip the pictures under here. It says, "Home is where the heart is." And then all of the solid pieces are actually from the solid stack of that same paper. And live, laugh, love, and again another one of the butterflies. And then there's this page. And again with the butterfly. And then I have this one here that says love. I really think it turned out really cool. Still can't imagine I only did it in 3 hours. And then this page here says cute, and I cut out a couple of the pieces. And then cherish. And then I added a pop-up butterfly over one of the butterflies. And I have yet to photograph it to put it up on my blog or anything. Yeah. And then the back, and then the inside of the box. Just so finished and so pretty. And then the outside of the box. And then each of the bags hold 2 tags, and they're just plain tags to put photos on. So that is my trusty box. I was very excited. I bought the pattern from Catherine, and I worked on the box yesterday and got it done, and I just love how it turned out. It just is so cute. I'm thinking I'm going to make a couple for Disneyland trips. So I love it. So what I was going to do tonight was make up some flowers and kind of play a little bit and see what I could do with some of the scraps. Hey, Brenda. Play with some of the scraps and things and kind of work on my book and embellish it up, and really just kind of until Laura is ready to come on about 7 o'clock my time. And I'll go over there and work with her on seeing how that greenhouse comes out, because I really need some help finishing that. So I'm just taking my scraps out of my bucket here. Some of the scraps from the Close to My Heart paper have decorative borders and stuff, so that's really nice. So I'll hang on to those, but anything that's really too small is just really getting pitched, because yeah. So I have 3 sizes of punches. This is a 5-petal flower from Stampin' Up. I think it's an old one. And then I have this 5-petal flower that I think I got at like Tuesday morning, I think. And it is a Carla Crafter. And then I have a 6-petal flower from EK Success. So I thought that these kind of step down nicely to be able to make some cute little flowers. So I thought we would use some of the scraps, make some flowers, and kind of go from there. And then I could use the different sizes of paper. So they make some cute little I'm just excited that I'm going to get through some scraps. Well, and I know I chatted with Shannon earlier, and she was going out to the movies tonight, so I know I'm not going to see her for a while at least. And so just really kind of, I figured we'd just make some flowers and some embellishments. That might be all we get to do before Laura comes on. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Scrap and Share. I'm just making a pile of punched flowers right at the moment. Yeah, just kind of using up my scraps. I started a book before I got sick. Yeah. And I need to get it finished up. It's weighing on me, and so part of me, I did all the photo mats for the book earlier, and so now I'm just kind of feeling like needed to get it done. Crystal, I got your tag done. I did that the other day. I was feeling, it was the very first thing I did after I started feeling better. So it is ready to be mailed out. It'll probably happen next week. So I did get it done. I just been kind of, now that I feel a little better, everything has been kind of catching up. I think I did a ton of laundry the other day. Not overdoing it, but I've done just a ton of stuff. I don't want people to worry that I'm overdoing it, but I'm not. My husband is kind of keeping me in line. Yeah. I get tired and need to go take a nap occasionally, and that's just from the stuff in my lungs and my body healing. So I heard, is the black punch Stampin' Up? Yes. This one is a 5-petal punch from Stampin' Up. And I'm not sure if it's retired or not, but it is an EK success. I don't know if people shared yet, but we found out from Close to My Heart that the special next month is going to be exciting. It is buy 2 stamp sets, get 1 free of equal or lesser value. So I am tickled pink. If any of you are interested in placing an order and you have multiple stamp sets that you would like, and you plan on getting like 3 A-size stamp sets and 3 C-size stamp sets and stuff like that in order to get the best deal, you might want to send me an order, because I would have to manually enter it in the other way so that you would get the most credit. So I'm just sharing that with you at this point, but I'm really excited. I don't know how many people have shared yet what the special is next month, but I'm excited. Got that one, but don't have the green ones. This little green one is from Carla Craft. I think I found it Tuesday morning. And then this green one is an EK Success Punch. So. Yes, it starts June 1st. Not that I want to discourage people from buying this month, but really, if your order is stamp sets, definitely wait for next month, because it is going to be a great special. But again, it's one of those things where if you are ordering multiple sets and you really are going to order like 6 stamp sets total and pay for 4, but they're all different sizes, definitely chat with me, because I really want to make sure that you get the best deal. So I'm going to put my website, my Close to My Heart website, in for you guys. All right. And that way you guys can look. But really, if they're all different prices and stuff, definitely send me an email before you order right on the website, because I might be able to get you a better deal. Alright, so we're down to just a few other little scraps of paper here. Oh, because there's a G, it's missing. Hold on. Let's get rid of that one. Let's give the right one. ong.myctmh.com. Try that one. I think my name is spelled right now. And I did get a bunch of brand new stamps, so I can show you some of the newest ones that I got. There's some really, really cool, cute kind of things. The stamp of the month for next month is actually pretty cute. So really all I am doing right now is just punching flowers, and then we'll layer them up. Doll them up, layer them up. All right. Hi, Stephanie. Just punching a bunch of flowers, finishing up an album, hanging out until Laura over at Following the Paper Trail comes on at 7 o'clock my time, which is in about, an hour and 15 minutes or so, hour and 10 minutes. She comes on at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And I think that you are 2 hours behind, so like 9 maybe. All right, Crystal. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Thought we'd just make some cute little flowers. Kind of go from there. Yeah. My son and my husband are at Silverwood, which is a theme park in just outside of Coeur d'Alene. So what kind of punch did you get? I'm going to go ahead and kind of crimp these. So I'm going to put my little pinchy thing and I'm going to twist up and down. One up, one down. Wow. And I'm doing that to all three. Huh. I've seen those, but I haven't used them. Oh. Yeah, I think we're going to use this flowery side. Do I have the Adore stamp? Let me look. I have lots of stamps. Let's see. I don't think that is one of the ones I have. I have the butterfly one. I have a couple of other places. I've got the what else do I have? I don't think I got that one because I think by the time I thought I was going to get it, I didn't get it because I thought that it was Valentine's Day, and I didn't pick it up because by the time that I was ready to kind of create and do, I was not doing a bunch of Valentine stuff. I did the Lucy thing. I have seen it, and I've seen that it stamps really nice. Did you have a question about it? I do like my butterfly one a lot. Hi, Sue. Are you on your way? Are you traveling? I thought you were going to Buffalo this weekend. You're in a high? Oh. Cape Cod. Fun. Are you excited? Thinking I'm going to want another one of these. Oh. It's just cold here. Well, okay, maybe I'm just cold. Well, we were just hanging out for the hour before Laura over at Following the Paper Trail comes on. I'm making her greenhouse. And a couple of the other ladies follow her show as well. And so we're just making some flowers to go in my All Sorts mini album. And actually, I'm going to have to run upstairs really quick, too. Oh, much better. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy to be back in my craft room. And that I've gotten to play a little bit. I finished my stuff. I did scrapbook in a box that turned out really good. And I'm just kind of getting back into it a little bit. My guys are at an amusement park today. Hi, Annette. And so I thought, you know, I would play a little bit and see, you know. Oh, yeah. So I am feeling so much better. And that's totally truthful because I wouldn't be in the room if I didn't, because I have spent way too much time laying in my bed doing nothing. And that, so I do feel so much better. And I've got a lot of people kind of making sure that I take it easy and I'm not overdoing it. Scrap Lady is Sue. Dawn Stamps is Dawn. Let's see, who else is around? Let's see. TLC or TCL to Addison is Tony. And then I know that Kathy was in, which is Torquay. Quite a few people had kind of pitched in earlier. Stephanie is here. Brenda, Crystal. I'm trying to think of who else. Stamp and Share. That's about my list right at the moment. So, oh good. So some different people from different groups, different sites, and things like that. So. Oh, that turned out really pretty too. So that's 2. Where did my other one go? Oh, here it is. We'll just make a Oh, okay. Well, we might be over at Laura's following the paper trail, so definitely try us over there if you can't find us here, okay? Yay! I saw that on Facebook. Welcome back, Crystal. All right. Oh. It takes a little bit of time to figure out and do. But then once you do, it kind of all works out. Let me see what I got here. I have other centers and things. This is my box of embellishment stuff. And I've got some colors, some bitty sparkles. I got some new assortment stuff from Close to My Heart. And some of the flowers. These are the paper flowers. And then some of the wooden pieces. I don't know that we're going to do pearls. Maybe some buttons though. The wooden buttons are pretty. Those buttons are the wrong color. Okay. So let's see. Let's go for a wooden button. These are designer buttons, wooden, 24 buttons to a pack, Z1387. Oh, that'll look cute. We can't have naked buttons. All right, naked buttons are a no-no, so definitely want to make sure you knot them off, or they just kind of look better if they have a little something in them. I think by next order I need another bottle of liquid glass. Because this one is looking a little done. It's got the 2 layers of the bigger one, a smaller layer, and the wooden button. I dig out of that front. Let's do a blue one. So what I'm doing with this one is pushing all the leaves up, kind of going to the middle, pushing all the leaves up to the center. Oh, those will be good. Harrison's not here. He is at the amusement park with his dad. What you're probably hearing is the dog. All right. So now I'll be in practice for making the flowers for my greenhouse. So there's another really pretty one. It's more of a bluish hue. I think I'm going to make some of these really little ones. Let's see. Nope. These are punches on pattern paper. I used 3 different sizes of punches, and right now I am just kind of layering some flowers up for my book that I showed at the beginning. It was a book I started about a month ago. Oh, yeah. It's a book I started about a month ago. And just haven't felt good enough to kind of keep working on it. I missed two or three Ustream Mondays. Sue was good enough to fill in for me. on my Mondays on my normal time, but I just really didn't feel good, and so now I'm working on those to kind of get them kind of settled and finish up this book so that I can start on the next thing. So oh, no biggie. Everybody's just kind of learning, and if we don't ask questions, we don't know. Oh, and that's going to look really pretty. I think I'm going to make a few more of those. They're just really little and dainty. So, buddy, enough. What? What? Hold on, I need to check the dog out. What did you do? Did you get some food? Where's the bowl? Sorry guys, the dog decided he was hungry. All right. Yeah. There's some really nice ladies who are out here doing shows and are sharing information. Come on for an hour, hour and a half at a time, 2 hours, kind of show some of the stuff that they know and a couple of techniques and everything, and kind of go. Yeah. My favorite really are Laura and Catherine. Catherine I really enjoy for all of her techniques. And when I catch Kathy Orta, I normally end up catching her on a video. And then I catch Jean. She makes some really cool stuff. She's Music Scrap. And I catch her occasionally live. Laurel from New Jersey is another one that's really good. And then there's probably a good 4 or 5 others that, you know, just kind of do. Christine I'm trying to think of what Christine's name is. Hi, Paula. Yeah. There's quite a few, and everybody's on different times doing different things. I watched a lady do doll. She was making a stuffed doll today, and that was pretty interesting. And you could see her sculpting it all and everything. That was really cool. Because of course that's where I started. So. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Oh, very important information. Can you set the DVR for the shock game, please? Well, of course. That means I'm going to have to take a break from you guys and go in the other room. Well, the shock game doesn't start till 8. I'll do that right before we break when we go over to following the paper trail with Laura. Don't let me forget, because really that'll be a big, horrible mess if they get home and it's not recorded. My boys in football, especially arena football. So I'm liking these little itty bitty ones. Yeah. I don't know if you saw, Annette, but I know that Teresa Black has been working on those pages for that kit that you bought. And I saw that she had some more pages up and going on her Ustream. Fabulously Artsy, or no, Fabulously Artsy, I think, or the Stamp Goddess. But anyway, she got some more of her stuff up. I saw that today and thought of you. Hi, Lucinda. Oh, I'm liking these little itty bitty flowers. Oh, that one turned out really nice. I like it with the colonial white behind it. Kind of makes them pop off. So. Oh, good. These will look really pretty on the on my album, so that's good. When I get to that part, my babysitter just called. That will be helpful. Oh, that's not good. I got a question. What do you need, Dawn? Has anyone noticed that the more people in a room, the more ads you get? I don't know. I downloaded ad blocker a couple weeks ago, and what I did was I Googled ad blocker and I use Google Chrome. So I did ad blocker for Google Chrome, and I have not had an ad since. So if you kind of Google the ad blocker for whatever you're using. And yeah, I wonder if it is more people in a room, the more ads you get, because they're definitely, yeah. So try Googling ad blocker for Firefox and see if it will, it'll help. I enjoy actually watching on my son's iPad because I don't get a lot of ads. I don't get any ads on his iPad, which is pretty cool. But I also, I don't know, it's different than being on the computer too. Yeah. So I don't know if there's a special one. Oh. You know, I wonder if it's for the people who are a little more, you know, with lots and lots, because I remember I used to get them every 10 or 15 minutes on the paper trail and the Scrap Beach. And then I downloaded that ad blocker, and I haven't had an ad since. So I have liquid glass in the cap of my liquid glass bottle, and I am digging it out with my pokey tool, which is probably not what you want to do. However, it wipes off really nice with a baby wipe. One of the things I really like about liquid glass. There we go. So we got about 30 more minutes, and then Laura should be on. I can't wait to finish to get started on my greenhouse, so I'm looking forward to that show tonight. No, I'm just using my pokey tool to give me, to dig it out of my cap. And then I can definitely go back and do the liquid glass on the petals because it would make them stand up really nice and would make them really pretty. And that, but right now I'm just using the liquid glass as the glue. Oh, I made your tag inspiration with my twist. Oh, wonderful. I'm gonna have to see it. Cool. Hi, Shelly. And okay, so I saw besides this rocking chair, there was a lady who made a baby changing table and a crib. Can you believe that? A baby changing table and a crib. I think she was like doing baby shower stuff. And this. So, I have to go find her name for you because the baby changing table is really, really cute. It uses, I think, 3 of the back parts of this across the top and stuff. It was really cool. I was pretty impressed. The baby changing table. It was pretty cool. So now I'm making little flowers to go in my trusty little book. And I've got 6 here. So they're just punched flowers that I'm rolling up and everything. And I'm just planning on hanging out here for maybe another 20 minutes or so, because then I'm going to get a drink and get comfy upstairs with the iPad and hang out and wait for Laura to come on, because I want people to know that that's where I'm heading. Yeah, well, and I've got this really cute book that I'm working on, and I just need, I've put all the photo mats in, so all I need now is the embellishments and things for each of the pages and the words and stuff. So all the photo mats are in, just working on embellishments. So this was the book we started a few weeks ago, and I never got a chance to finish it because I got sick. So yeah. The nice thing about it, it's an all sorts mini album from Close to My Heart, and it comes all that way. So you get all of those different scallops and all of that edges and stuff. Yeah, I'm happy enough to play. I feel really good, and my husband has been really kind of watching to make sure I'm not overdoing it. And so he really he's been really good. So, yeah. Thank you. All right, we'll see you on Following the Paper Trail in a little while. Because that's where I'm going next. Oh. Yep. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go to Pullman in order to do quite a bit of ours. Our last scrapbook shop has closed here in Spokane, and so I am, yeah. Well, it's a lot of pages, and I like them kind of layered up and pretty, so I just punched the scraps and that, and so, and I wanted to be able to bunch them, so I just figured I would do a bunch, and then whatever's left, I'll make a couple of cards or something. Maybe, oh my goodness, maybe I'll make a scrapbook layout, you guys. I heard that big gasp there in the chat. I haven't made scrapbook layouts in forever. My poor son asked me the other day, he finally asked about, he's really into the whole baby thing. He really, I think he'd really like us to go find him a baby. And so I finally gave him the scrapbooks that I made from when he was really little. And for those of you who don't know, my son has autism. And he was diagnosed when he was, well, we started having issues when he was 3, 2.5, 3, with the daycare and stuff. But I scrapbooked a lot before that. And then when he turned about 4, 3.5, 4, I got really kind of depressed and suckered into the whole, you know, my kid didn't do what the other kids did, and my son is one of 5 in our family, all born the same year. And then all of my friends had kids who were either 1 month ahead or 1 month behind. And I started doing paper crafting because it was easier to do rather than have to kind of worry and feel like my kid wasn't making any strides. So I have all of these pictures from when my kid was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that I have very little scrapbooked to. So he's got all these things about when he was little, but now he's like, where's my pictures of this? You know, so now it's like, so now I do have to do some scrapbooking. And that it was a really tough time. That whole getting diagnosed and then trying to figure it out and wade through all the information and everything is just really hard on a family trying to make it work. And then you hear like there's this window of opportunity, and if you don't get there while it is, you'll miss out and your kid will never speak, and you know, all of that kind of stuff. And so you're almost traumatized on top of everything. So but my kid's now 9. He talks, he walks. We're learning how to carry numbers. We're still fighting with the school district. However, it's not like it's not hard. It's just our opinions and our views are very different than what our school chooses. And he tests me some days, just as I test him, I'm sure, and that. But I need to do some scrapbooking because he's kind of like, why is that? why do I not have, you know, any of those? And I have tons of pictures. It's just very hard. It's really hard when your child doesn't do what everybody else does. And when all the other kids are all the same age too, it is even more difficult. And it's you know, we have some littler kids too in our family. And oh gosh. Don't even get me started on IEP junk. My life has been one big, huge IEP mess. And the best part is that I've become an educated parent, which is both a good and a bad thing. Because as an educated parent, I make the district do what they're supposed to do under federal law. An IEP is an individualized education plan, and children who have disabilities 25 years ago, weren't even accepted in, there's a huge fight to get them accepted into public education, public school. And that's where the individualized education plan and program came into effect with special education services and things like that in school districts. And basically, a basic individual education plan says that a child with a recognized disability in 9 different areas of development, autism being one, ADD, ADHD is listed. There's lots of different things. Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, lots of different things are listed. If your child has a medical diagnosis of those things, then your child qualifies for an IEP, or an individualized education plan. And the IEP is designed to provide accommodations, supports, and help your child reach their educational goals in the least restrictive environment, which means as much as they can with their non-disabled peers. So for a child like my son, who doesn't have any behavioral issues, but still has issues with personal hygiene and stuff, the school district really should help him in the least restrictive environment, being the neighborhood school 5 blocks from our house. So it's a big, huge mess. Teachers hate it. Parents who struggle and believe that their kids deserve an opportunity to be with the other kids, and my kid will learn faster from other kids. Parents hate it. Educators hate it. And educators really hate it when parents like me end up having to get administrators involved because we won't agree to do what they want us to do without some proof. Our biggest issue is tell me how it's supposed to work. Tell me how long it's going to take for my kid to gain whatever imaginary skill he's got to have in order to be back in his neighborhood school. So anyway, soapbox. As you can tell, I'm a little passionate about the whole IEP thing. I will say that my neighborhood school is a really awesome school, and that if I didn't believe that they could not serve him appropriately at the school, I would not fight to keep him there. The principal at our elementary school was just voted the state principal of the year. She's really wonderful, and again, I live in a neighborhood with there's duplexes and stuff, but yeah. Unfortunately, the biggest issue that I tend to deal with the school is that we run into a difference of opinion. And my opinion is that my child can be served right next to all of his regular peers. And the district seems to think that they can better serve him somewhere else. And it comes down to cash. It comes down to money. You know, but I think that enough parents need to kind of stand up and say, you know, I pay. You know, my husband and I are homeowners in our neighborhood, which means that we pay property taxes, which basically fund our public school system. And therefore, I pay for a service. And while public education is free, it's not really free because I do pay for it. That's where the money comes from. And so I think that the service that I'm getting is crappy. And I've been very good at telling them that. That, you know, I don't want that service. I want something else. So it is just a frustrating fight. However, you know, my son, he's just amazing, and we'll keep doing what we believe is best for him because that's our job. That's what we were entrusted with by having him, is to make sure that he has a life. And, you know, if I have to, you know, all of our decisions for education, for everything that we do for him, Cub Scouts, summer activities, you know, everything, we base off of 3 specific questions, which is how does it make him live independently? You know, how is this going to benefit him to be able to live independently? Cook for himself, clean up after himself, take a shower, feed himself, you know, or at least have some support in those areas, but he's got to be able to do them. The second thing is, how does it make it for him to be self-supporting? Meaning, you know, how is it, does it help him become employable? And, you know, or have a part-time job or a volunteer position. If I have to get up every day and go to work and support myself, then I want him to have that same opportunity, which is really important to me. And even if it's working at McDonald's or working, you know, or what my son loves to do, and that you know, the other day he was asked kind of what he thought he wanted to be, and his answer was a monster truck announcer. You know, and I could see him do that. He won't talk to you, but he'll talk in a microphone. So, you know, it's definitely a good thing that way. So, you know, testing-wise, my son is, according to the school district. Now, maybe in 3 weeks I'll be able to answer that question. According to the school district, because my son chooses not to take the tests that they give him, they assume that he is very low functioning. However, my son has no interest in taking some stupid standardized test. And if he has no relationship with you, he could care less who you are. He wants you to talk to him about who you are. He wants to get to know you before he'll do anything for you. And so, you know, when educators come in with this idea of they've got this time to do this test and this kid needs to perform on demand, my kid's not that kid. And my kid's going to just shut down because he'll want you to talk to him. He'll want to know about you a little bit. And if you choose not to do that for him, he has no use for you. Yeah, it is very funny. He's very good at manipulating situations, you know. So anyway, he's, you know, I think he's going to be fine. No matter what we do, you know. There's just some answers that I need that hopefully by doing the testing, You know, I don't know. The problem happens to be that I have fought with the school district since my son was in preschool, and we're flagged as a horrible parent. There was a point in time where I had to have an escort. I had to have an escort in order to be even in the building, because basically the teacher didn't want parents in her classroom, and on an IEP I was supposed to choose to make choices about how best to serve my kid, but I couldn't see him. And you know, I just struggle because my kid, I run into parents all the time who are kind of like, well, your kid's taking up time or energy, or, why is he kind of like that? Why isn't he in a special program or a special class? And I'll leave you guys with this thought, because here is the honest, this is my heartfelt everything at the end. My child will always need support in order to live. And my child, if we don't teach my child and typical developing kids how to work together from a very young age, then what's going to happen is those typical developing kids will never learn how to work in a work environment with somebody like my son, who doesn't joke, who doesn't understand kind of some of those nuances of, like, kind of the look or the body language or that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, if my district continues to do what they're doing, the typical developing kids in my neighborhood will financially support my son for the rest of his life. And I don't think that's fair when my child, given the hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of therapy that he's had since he was 2, and all of the things that he's capable of doing, I think that he should have the opportunity and the expectation that he would support himself. And so, unfortunately, I'm a minority when it comes to our district. Our district doesn't understand why I think it's important that my kid be in the same class with all the other kids, because they just see it that my kid's taking away from the regular kids. And, I'm the first person who'll tell anybody, that's what we believe. My husband and I stand on that. My son has, Washington State enacted a law about 3-4 years ago, and we're probably the only family that has enacted the law and chosen to revoke and have stood on it repeatedly, because we don't agree in a segregated placement, because there's not a segregated life outside of school. But a couple of years ago, we basically were told he was going to a segregated classroom, and we basically said, then we're choosing not to take special education services. So my son repeated kindergarten and did really well, had a wonderful teacher, went into first grade, opened the door to kind of let them know that we were not opposed to services, but we weren't choosing to leave. And that if the team came back and said he'd have to go to another school, that we would choose not to take any services. And that's kind of what happened. So we've already been to due process once. My attorney basically said to us, if you can get what you want without having to have a judge ruling, you should give it. And so we did. And we live every day by that conviction. It's not an easy one. It's not one that I encourage families to do very lightly, but it is one that I definitely think that more and more families are going to have to do in order to make school districts make a decision that kids with disabilities don't need to be hidden away. I have a friend right now who's trying to keep her kid out of being, dealt with when he's out of control by putting in a closet. And if I can't stick my kid in a closet at home, there's no way that you're going to allow some educator to stick my kid in a closet at school. It isn't good. It isn't good. It is abuse. And yet, districts do it. There's a lot of legislation around it. It's just wrong. Okay. So, thanks you all for listening to my wonderful soapbox. Laura over on Following the Paper Trail is on in 5 minutes. So I wanted to take a break and go grab something to drink. And I appreciate you guys hanging out and listening to my special ed woes. But again, I think it's a journey that every parent has to take for their own kids as to what's best. I made a bunch of flowers, and I'm working on I'll be working on embellishing my cute little book in the next little bit. And I hope everybody will come over to Following the Paper Trail and see the really cool greenhouse that Laura is doing. Like I said, again, my mother-in-law, her birthday and Mother's Day is up, and that is her gift. So I really need to see that and finish it up. I really appreciate all of you guys coming and hanging out with me before the show tonight. And I hope to see you over there. And then again on Monday at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is my normal show. And so definitely come and hang out. I'm going to be doing some brand new cards and a card box. And I should have this album finished up. I'll probably work on it over the weekend and get it finished up. All right. Thank you all so much for coming. You can find my Close to My Heart website at Gerriann, Gerriann Armstrong, ARMSTRONG.myctmh.com, or you can come over to my blog at scrapandstampcreations.blogspot.com, and I have lots of different things there, including some really cool tutorials and things. So thank you everyone for coming, and I look forward to seeing you guys all on Monday, if not sometime over the weekend. Good night.